My next guest has had 19 hit singles off 4 top-selling albums. Single number 20, So Under Pressure, is on her latest album, Hits and Beyond. Pow! It's out Monday. Please welcome the Queen of the Clubs, Dannii Minogue. Lovely little skit. Wow. Beautiful outfit.
Thank you.
Come snuggle up close to me.
Oh.
How are you?
Get in trouble, you're married.
That's all right. No, you do look lovely. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Going well?
Yeah, it's so good to be back. I'm a bit jet lagged, so I just got off a plane a little while ago, so...
That's all right. I just had a Big Brother
tumbly.
housemate here on before who's, you know, he'd be lucky to string a coherent sentence. So you picked the right night to come. Now, I mentioned this is single number 20 that you've got on this album. So when you first started back in 91, was it, with your first one? You must have... Did you have any idea that it would be 20 singles later and you'd still be going?
No, I was very lucky that Michael Gudinski said, yeah, let's give her an album deal. And leaving Young Talent Time, I didn't expect to actually go on and have a singing career, so it was just a bit of fun, and I was going to go back to school after that. And then, I don't know what happened, just kind of fell into it. But it's been an amazing, amazing time. If I think about all the places I've been to and what I've done during that period, it's great.
And it's also, I mean, it's also a lot of new songs on the album, but also a lot of greatest hits stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you feel like in some respects you're too young to have a greatest hits album? It's like writing an autobiography.
Sometimes I feel very old. I heard about the stairs because there were not stairs last time I came.
No, we've refurbished.
And I was like, do you have one of the little chairs that you can just strap into and come down? That's really scary in heels. It's like, don't fall down the stairs, don't fall down the stairs, don't fall down the stairs.
You did very well, and then you worked a little sachet thing in, which I really liked.
Yes, and yeah, I'm sure, I mean, you know, the music that I make is really clubby, so at some point there'll be a rhinestone-encrusted Zimmer frame incorporated into the dance routine somewhere.
Now, not only a whole string of hits, but also a whole string of looks as well, because you've got a world of amazing video clips that have come along in your career.
Yeah,
I just want to have a look back at down memory lane with you here. That was a great one. How could we forget that? Love and Kisses. Oh, this is you had your big rah-rah, roughly Peter Allen sleeves in this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So
very tropical, very nice. Now we're getting a bit, look out, here I come. Oh, there we go. Someone got a bit excited in the audience there. The old hairdryer, so I loved the hairdryer on the pits. That was a nice touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the kids loved All I Want to Do.
Let loose with some peroxide.
So how's it for you looking back at some of those?
Horrific. Putting together the album, we did the DVD, and the record company said, are there any that you kind of prefer to leave out? And I said, no, just, you know, put them all on. And one day I thought, okay, I'll watch them from start to end. First video I was 17, now I'm 34, so it's kind of big chunk of my life, and you just start off watching it like that, you know, just peering through your fingers. And, you know, if anybody wants a really good laugh at some fashion mistakes, definitely get the one with the DVD.
And this is coming from someone who was on Young Talent Time, so that's saying something as well. And then your latest one, the latest single is So Under Pressure. It's you being sexy with a giant python, which I thought was very cool. See, now, because I saw this and I just thought, first off, whose idea was this?
It was mine. I love snakes, and I actually sent a copy of the video to Steve Irwin. I haven't heard anything back yet, but, you know, he's kind of like my hero. I'm crazy. I love sharks and snakes, and it was really so cool. That was the first shot we did of the day, and I was like, come on, bring the snake out.
So bring the snake out? Do you normally get to do that? Like,
Let me start again.
Would you normally be out there, like, throwing yourself in a... Like, have you been swimming with sharks, or have you...
I have. I've been swimming with the sharks at the Melbourne Aquarium, and I made my parents come and watch. So, like, you go down in the tank, and I'm like... Mum was just going, no! They're kind of used to me doing stuff like that now, but, yeah, the snake at one point was wrapped around my waist and I'm standing up trying to hold it, and the director said, maybe it's better, you know, if you're not holding it and just kind of let the snake go, which means that it constricts on you. So I was shouting, stop the music, stop. And they're going, looks great, keep going. It was a little bit scary. It was pretty big.
It looked it very much so.
Yeah.
Now, the song itself, So Under Pressure, is there a bit of relevance in the title there?
Yeah, obviously, kind of the world saw that last year was a really hard year for our family, and it was just kind of hard to watch someone that you love going through pain and shock, and I would have given anything to have been able to take that away from my sister. So it was a hard year, and the whole long year, and I was going to the studio to write that week, and then I found out my best friend also got cancer, so I was just a bit like, what's going on? And so the lyrics in that are really personal to me. Just, you know, it's that moment that you put your hands up to the sky and you just think, how does this happen? But you have to accept it.
Well, I heard you describe that your life during that period almost felt like quicksand. Did you think that being able to put it into music is somehow very cathartic and it helps you deal with that in a very personal way?
It helped me realise how I felt about it, because obviously I'm extremely protective, and as are the whole family, and it was a private time, and you know, we just wanted to say to everyone, everything's okay, we're dealing with it, just kind of back off and give us some space. But actually in yourself you feel, you know, scared, frightened, afraid, and all of these different emotions. And so when I was writing the song, all these words came out, and I mean, I can't even talk, I'm you know, kind of babbling here, but it's better just to put it in a song.
Yeah, and Kylie, when you launched the album at the GAY Club.
GAY, yeah.
Fabulous. I don't even know what that means.
The rumours are so spreading after tonight's show.
but Kylie made her first public appearance since dealing with everything that she'd been through with you on stage that night, which must have been very special for you.
It was. I mean, at the time, it wasn't really planned that way, but she was the first one to say, you know, when are you going to do a hits album, put all the songs together? And she loves, like, all of the old stuff. And then I said I was doing a show where I was going to go back and perform those. She said, I've got to be there, I've got to be there. So she was being all, like, proud big sister, sitting up on the balcony watching, and came down to greet me at the end of the show and decided to come on stage. And it was just something that happened in the moment. And obviously the next day, when pictures went around the world, we realised, oh, this is the first, you know, public appearance, and she's standing on a stage with a microphone, and obviously everybody holding their tickets for her concert tour is like, yay, it's gonna happen. So it was an amazing moment, but right at that time for me, it was my big sister being there, and it's hard for anyone else to understand that, but when we saw all the pictures back later, it was like, this is good. It's like, it's a really good year this year. Things have turned around and we're just so blessed.
Well, we do wish you both all the very, very best, and you'll be back after this to help us with our help desk. Dannii Minogue, the album, The Hits and Beyond, is out Monday with a single, So Under Pressure, but she'll be back after this to help us at the help desk. Dannii Minogue.